The warmth of Christmas lights. Hamburg glowed like a city wrapped in magic that December evening. Golden lights draped across the streets like threads of stardust, and every cafe window shimmered with green pine branches, red ribbons, and tiny bells that chimed softly when the door opened. Snowflakes drifted slowly from the sky, not rushing, but falling as if they wished to savor the quiet beauty of Christmas. Their delicate shapes melted on the warm glass lanterns placed outside shops, filling the air with a soft, silvery haze. The scent of roasted almonds, cinnamon, and mulled wine floated from the Christmas market stalls and blended with the crisp winter air. Children laughed as they tugged their parents' hands toward wooden toys and gingerbread figures, while passers-by carried small gift bags tied with glossy red bows. Even the trams were decorated, strings of white lights ran along their windows, making them look like moving little miracles gliding through the glowing city. Inside the grand hall where the Christmas gala would take place, the atmosphere felt like stepping directly into a fairy tale. On each table sat a small candle inside a frosted glass holder, its flame flickering gently like a whisper of warmth. In the corner stood a towering Christmas tree, reaching almost to the ceiling, covered in hundreds of tiny lights and delicate glass ornaments that sparkled like drops of frozen sunlight. Soft piano music drifted through the space, carrying the tender spirit of the holiday season, gentle, nostalgic, almost dreamlike. And there, standing just inside the doorway with her long coat still on, Ingrid hesitated. Her fingers tightened around the collar as she took in the scene. She hadn't planned this. She wanted a quiet Christmas Eve, alone in her apartment with warm tea and peaceful silence. But the soft glow of the lights, the warmth of the music, and the gentle buzz of voices around her had a strange pull, tugging softly at her heart. She didn't yet know it, couldn't possibly know it, but under these very lights, beside that shimmering tree, tonight would bring her something unexpected. Something that would change every Christmas after. Snow pressed softly against the windows of the architecture firm as Ingrid tried to finish her last sketch before the holidays. A quiet December evening stretched over Hamburg, and the office lights glowed like a constellation in the dark. On her desk, the Christmas gala invitation stared at her again. She sighed, pushing it aside, for the 5th time. Her phone buzzed. "Mia, Ingrid, please come tonight. It's just a few hours. You can't spend every Christmas Eve alone with blueprints." Ingrid typed back. "I'm really not in the mood. I wanted to stay home." A moment later, Mia appeared at her desk, hands on her hips. "You need to get out," she insisted. "You're not spending Christmas Eve eating cookies alone." "I don't eat cookies," Ingrid replied dryly. "Exactly. That's even worse." Mia leaned in, lowering her voice. "Look, you've worked all year. One evening won't hurt." Ingrid hesitated. She imagined her quiet apartment, the warm lamp, the soft music, peace. But she also imagined the gathering, the lights, the chance, however small, that something unexpected might happen. "Fine," she whispered. 1 hour. No more." Mia grinned. "I'll make sure you don't regret it." Meanwhile, farther north, Alexander closed his suitcase in his Stockholm apartment. The cold Swedish evening pressed through the windows, and he wrapped his scarf tight. His mother watched him from the doorway. "Germany for Christmas?" she asked gently. "So suddenly?" He shrugged lightly. "I needed change. And Henrik invited me to that gala in Hamburg." She touched his arm. "Are you running from something, Alex?" He smiled faintly. "Maybe I'm running toward something." The flight was quiet, almost empty. Alexander rested his head back and thought about the past year, endless projects, deadlines, responsibilities of running a company. He needed air. Space. Something human. When he arrived in Hamburg, lights glittered across the city like scattered gold. His friend Henrik greeted him with a loud laugh and a pat on the back. "Welcome to Christmas in Germany. I hope you're ready to socialize." "Oh, absolutely not," Alexander replied dryly. Henrik handed him a suit bag. "Too late. You're coming. Later that evening, as they stepped into the elegant hall filled with soft music, candlelight, and people in shimmering attire, Alexander felt a pulse of hesitation. "I'll just get a drink," he murmured. "Try not to hide the entire night," Henrik teased. Alexander exhaled, scanning the room, and then he saw her. A woman in a simple black dress, standing quietly near the decorated Christmas tree, almost glowing under the golden lights. She wasn't laughing loudly like the others. She wasn't trying to impress anyone. She looked like she would rather be somewhere else. And yet, she was the most captivating presence there. Something in him shifted. He walked toward her. Ingrid checked the time on her phone. 23:42. She had lasted longer than planned. She looked around, wondering how to slip out unnoticed, when a warm voice interrupted her thoughts. "Excuse me. You look about as lost as I feel." She turned. He stood there, tall, calm, with the kind of gentle eyes that made people trust him instantly. She blinked. "Is it that obvious?" He smiled. Only to someone equally out of place. They shared a quiet laugh. "I'm Alexander," he said, offering his hand. "Ingrid." "German?" he guessed. "Yes." "And you?" "Swedish. First time spending Christmas away from home." Her eyebrows lifted. "That must feel strange." Strange enough, he admitted, but also, surprisingly good at the moment. She felt warmth rise to her cheeks. Why him? Why now? They moved to a small table near the tree, talking for what felt like minutes but was nearly an hour. He told her about the company he built from scratch. She told him about buildings she wanted to design one day. He teased her about rejecting cookies. She teased him about impulsive trips. At one point, he looked at her with a softness that felt like a secret. "Ingrid. I'm really glad I came tonight." She swallowed gently. "I'm glad I did too." And then, music softened, voices fell quiet. Someone began to count down. 10. 9. 8. Alexander stepped closer, his voice barely a whisper. "May I?" Her breath caught, but she nodded. 3. 2. 1. Midnight. The lights shimmered as his lips met hers, warm, slow, almost reverent. It felt like a beginning written long before either of them arrived that night. When they parted, she rested her forehead against his. "Merry Christmas, Alexander." "Merry Christmas, Ingrid." The world around them blurred, leaving only the two of them beneath a glowing tree. A Christmas miracle, in the simplest form. A kiss that felt like destiny.